It's interesting. I like TPP. I think it is moving in the right direction. It is, I particularly like it because it recognizes that our pivot towards Asia cannot just be about security. It has to be driven by economics. If it's just about security, we're going to stop wanting to pay. Right? That is too imbalanced. It's the U.S. is doing all the lifting, and what are we getting out of it? So we have to lead much more economically, then you can have economic statecraft that becomes coordinated in dealing with state capitalism that's rising. Then you can deal with cyber challenges. You can do a lot once you have the architecture. And these are countries that desperately want the United States to play a more significant role, right? And not just the rich countries, not just Japan, not just Australia, not just Singapore, but countries like Vietnam and Indonesia really want the U.S. to play a more significant role. And so TPP, I think, can facilitate that. I like that. But I'll tell you, people I respect a lot in this town don't all agree with it. I mean, Bob Zoellick, who is one of the best minds on trade in this country, is not a big supporter of TPP because he thinks it is too hard, it's too complicated, it's too aggressive, and we won't get there. And he'd rather see a free trade agreement between the United States and Japan. I understand that approach as well. I'm a little more optimistic than he is. He's been around for a long time, so I'm scared to say that. But let's assess that irrespective of which of us is right. The real point of the G0 is throw out global architecture on trade. We're not doing it anymore. We need smaller groups of like-minded countries. You want to do a US-EU trade deal? I'd love to see that. The Brits are in favor, the Germans are in favor, the French are in favor, the Americans are saying we're interested. We're not yet enthusiastic. We're not. Why? Why? I mean, frankly, if you want to get away from austerity and move towards growth, this is a much easier and more sustainable way to do it. I want to see Audi opening up major plants in the US, not Mexico, because Germany and Mexico have an FTA. I want to see broader free trade among countries that generally agree. And absolutely the TPP or a US-Japan architecture would facilitate that process.